making bird feeders. We're getting over being sick, so we're doing something fun and cutesy. So this is my bird seed. It's Brooke's mom's bird seed. And we're making apples. It's cute. We're making apple bird feeders. So just wanted to show you. Okay. We're making apple bird feeders. I saw something on Pinterest while we were sick this week, and I thought it would be something calm and cool we could do. I actually had our friend Tracy with us and our friend Lauren with us yesterday, and they were also possibly going to do this with us, but then Tracy ended up being a little under the weather also. So anyway, happy birthday, Tracy.
Yeah, this is for you.
She did tell me she was going to do the
Energy drink?
Thank you.
Yes.
Energy drink challenge with me. And just we'll make Brooke take a sip or two when that happens. But anyway, I do have a bunch of that for her whenever we do that. So you'll meet Tracy soon. But right now we have the stuff, the actual birdseed mix in the fridge. So it's got to solidify for a little bit. I don't think it should take the whole 30 minutes. I don't care that much. But we're going to prepare the apples as we talk about our EMO Nite experience and the differences we thought of between Gen Z and Millennials. So that's what I want to talk about, is how different, because when we went, we were thinking, oh, all these 30-year-olds plus, they're going to be up there, and here, take the stickers off. They're going to be up there, and that'll be who we, gravitate towards. But of course, younger people want to be interested in good music and all that good stuff. But I'm just saying, I was not expecting the definite age gap that we experienced. And what my takeaway from this was, we all experienced the music as we were growing up. Yes, it was emotional, and we were like, woe is me, and oh, I hate being a kid, and bleh, okay? So we felt the lyrics in the songs. Well, these kids now listen to that, and all they do is dance awkwardly to it in front of everyone. There was no hesitation. No. They all got on the stage. All the younger kids got on the stage because the guy who was putting it on needed some, hey, I need some, people to come up here and make it, jump around and do a whole thing. And none of us were like, yes, no. Please.
I'm not trying to pay and then come perform, so you don't have to.
For real. These stickers are
I
super glued
had to dig
on.
my thumb in here to get a chunk out, so that I could get it.
Sure.
You could tell that the crowd that was not part of the original emo crowd we're experiencing it as a fad, something cool to do because it's coming back around,
yeah.
Everything that Matt Cutchell is doing with the Emo's Not Dead merch and stuff everywhere, and it coming back onto the scene. People are experiencing it secondhand. They didn't live it,
Correct.
So it's an ironic thing for them to do.
and get up and dance for it
rather
than know the song.
Everywhere,
yeah. He's like, how do you want to shake your butt? And we're like, no, that's not what this emo is about, shaking your butt.
But
except on Shake It by Metro Station.
Right. Then it's appropriate. You're literally being told to do it.
Yeah.
But I think the craziest part too is EMO Nite marketed towards the people who enjoyed emo music when it was out. All realistically in your late 20s into your 30s now. Doors opened at 9 p.m. And we get there. Let us in. And they're playing 80s music when we get in. We're like, what's going on? Are we at the wrong... Yeah, Drake, random stuff from the radio. I'm like, what's happening? Are we at the wrong party? Right. What's going on?
We're like, our tickets worked. What are we doing here?
And I'm saying 10 p.m. rolls around because we're thinking, doors open at 9, we're leaving at 10:30. No. Not what happened. We they didn't even start the event until what? Well after 10?
At least
like
10.
At least 10.
We
To
were
the point
confused.
where like we went up to the bartender and we're like, are we like, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. They were supposed to start a while ago.
Well, it was supposed to start at 9:30, and he's like, I don't know what the deal is now.
What is that? It's not emo music. Although it is making me sad. Not in the way that I want to feel sad. So when Sam and I were in school, we had this like code of, so if we saw somebody that looked like Sam Walker, we would say SWLA, Sam Walker lookalike. So yeah.
And then you adopted the.
Where did I even get that from?
I don't know. But you were doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
Who tried to tell us that Robert Smith is dead and he's not.
She was crazy.
To throw my bag outside.
That was crazy.
Like out? You mean like outside? She's like, yeah, people do it all the time.
Is their stuff still there when they leave at the end of the night?
She's like, people just know that that's what we do here. Like, yeah, so they come and they search them all. Like I said, there's nothing in it. If I get my purse stolen, I guess I'll get a new one. I think there might be a mask in there somewhere. Oh wait, I gotta go back.
For what?
My AirPods are.
Oh. We can watch your stuff. That's crazy.
I'm remembering emo wrong?
No.
And so we were already tired. Oh. And then they start the event, but keep you hanging around to stay longer by having Travis come out like midway
We the
through.
Kings,
So
yeah.
the guy from We the Kings, if you wanted to see him MC or perform anything, you had to stick around. And it was just really comical because at one point, because we kept getting like pushed further to the stage because everyone and their mom
Got
jumped
on the
up
stage.
on the stage. So it would have been super weird if we were standing like 20 feet back and there's no one up front. So we're like, we get to the front. And at one point I remember turning around and I'm like, there's no one behind us anymore because everyone over the age of 30 left. And we're just still there.
We left after that. We were
We-
waiting for Taking Back Sunday song.
As soon as they played it,
I'm like,
peace out. That being said, it was still a fun time because it's good music. But it was very entertaining, or not interesting, I guess, to see. So what am I doing? Do I have to cut?
I just think this is a good place to do that. I cut mine off because it was like more like core than it was anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this looks good if you want to jab it and make a hole somewhere. It doesn't have to be there. It looks like a good spot.
To tie the string
Yeah.
through.
Ah!
Ooh.
We'll make 4 of these. So we've cut out the middle. I guess I should tell you what we're doing. We did the middle, got like with an ice cream scoop. Basically, all you have to do is cut apples in half, scoop out the middle so it's a dip, because then you're just filling in the hole later, and then you just feed birds. It's very nice. That one's not as
It's more hardcore.
Next one. Hold on. As soon as it started, though, it wasn't. Did Abby tell me you can do this for a living? And I'm like,
Oh, easily. Oh, and
Oh,
what about the lady that was on the street? Like, we were trying to get out of Annie something. What was her last name?
The 90s lady.
There was like some 90s feminist artist playing next door. And everyone that we thought was going to be coming to our show was actually going there. I can't remember what her last name was.
This is with an L, maybe.
Maybe. But our friend Abby was having a really bad headache, so we had been like asking around if anybody had ibuprofen. So we're like, well, ask that lady. She looks like she might be a mom. She might have stuff in her purse. And she's like, oh, no, I don't have anything. And then we were trying to get out of their way so they could take a picture. And she turned around and told Sam, she's like, you just seem like you have director vibes. Let's get you in charge. And then Abby told you could totally head like MC the whole night or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
So, new career aspirations. Put it on the list.
Made me think about it.
But the lady was like, I don't have any ibuprofen with me. I've got it back at the hotel. It's an 800 milligram. She's like, did you just have a hysterectomy too? Is that why you need this? And I was like, no, I have a headache. And she offered her dab pen instead. We're like, no, thank you. Moving on. So.
Moving on.
But.
I guess I don't believe in scissors. Oh my god. Okay.
I don't believe in scissors. Anyway. So that was interesting. What else happened? Oh, and Abby had like the worst headache of all time. We were on the search for ibuprofen, and apparently I had it in my purse the whole time, and I didn't know.
She was like,
I'm like, Abby, I almost door dashed her $25 worth of ibuprofen.
It would have been like how many tablets though? Like,
no, it was like a full bottle. It was a bottle.
Still for $25.
So, and it would have been from like Walgreens or something. No, it was like $13, but then by the time I door dashed it and tipped, it was ridiculous. I'm glad I didn't, because I found some in my purse.
A lot of it. Like where she was sharing with all of us because we're 30 years old.
It's like my new multivitamin. Ibuprofen. My beloved.
Okay. I'm glad we had the strength. Shout out to my mother at the Too Good to Be Thrift shop.
I'm gonna knot the crap out of this. I don't want it like...
Yeah. It like literally sliced through it. Do you remember on Ghost Ship? Did you ever watch Ghost Ship?
No. Wait, it was all in Matthew Lillard.
No, I remember I was young when I watched it and I didn't know anybody. I'm saying that fishing line went through everybody's bodies and cut them all in half.
You know what I think about that,
what have I done?
The, Final Destination movie where he has the clothesline in his shower and he's showering and it breaks and wraps around his neck and it's like that, like thin, like fishing wire.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like he's like trying to get it.
That's
Well, I
the
think
worst.
about that often too.
We should watch a good movie after this. I'm just feeling like I'm gonna need just a low key the rest of the night.
It's cozy fall
It's so nice out.
weather.
Yeah.
I'm game for that. Or we can read. Or both.
I just saw the bugs that get me. I want to be outside. Alright, there's that. I think we're good with the string. Now we're good.
What?
I just felt something in my ear. I'll close my... Oh! I've been trying to give the bangs more of a... Also been reading Daisy Jones and the Six, almost some of it, and then I'm going to watch the show, but it feels like I want to be her. Maybe not. She really did some drugs. She's fictional. Sorry. But that's the book I'm finishing. Update on our reading situation. You finished a couple books since the last time we talked about it.
Yes.
And I have also, I think you're at what, 20?
Yes.
And I think I am also I have 11 more books to go, and I'm supposed to do 37. So 37 minus 20. What? 37 minus 11? I need to look! Anyway, we've read a couple more books. It's exciting. So she's still on the Sarah J. Maas situation. And I've just started so many books last year and this year that I just got halfway through and then I moved on to something else. So I'm finishing those because I think that will get me to my goal this year. Yay!
Sturdy. Yes, I am currently still in the Throne of Glass series. I just finished the last book before the tandem read, so my next step is doing that very daunting tandem read. It basically, essentially doing the tandem will make it like I'm reading a almost 2,000 page book. Like it's 2 huge books at once. And I'm being super nerdy OCD about it. I don't want to start it without having the bookmarks because and I ordered a bunch of really cool colored tabs from Amazon so that I can tab the pages in each book with specific colors of when I need to go back and forth flipping between the chapters in each book, so that I'm reading them in the correct order, because it just sounds like a recipe for confusion if I'm trying to just fly by the seat of my pants with reading that. So
Oh God, it's because I'm tying it too tight. That's what's happening. I need to be changed.
was it already cut?
No, that's that one.
Oh. Then yesterday we did some bookstore shopping, and I got the next 2. I bought the Crescent City books yesterday. So because I have been flying through these past Throne of Glass books, those are next up, and then the third one will come out in January. So I'm excited about that. So I've got a lot of stuff on my TBR that would keep me busy for a while. And then yesterday, when we were in the bookstore, we have decided we are going to tackle all the old classics and read those together. So there might be some content about those. But I have never actually read A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
So we're gonna do that at Christmas this year, and
I think I'm gonna do a loop like this so that it's just hanging. We can get rid of the string.
Just tie it around a branch.
Yeah, gotta put them somewhere so that out in the tree out front.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think that you should get your TikTok going.
Book talk
for
stuff.
Yeah, like your book talk stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about this stuff. But then if you want to do longer videos, then you just put out an episode on.
There are things I can rant about if you guys would
Well,
like.
and especially because I know I gave Brooke a hard time whenever we were doing our favorites, our tops, and I had to like Brooke, we have other things we have to talk about, and she was like going on. I want her to be able to talk about those things because they are like her forte, and they're really interesting because she can break stuff down, and people want to. They're very popular. People want to talk about that, so
Yeah.
And I think you would get plenty of views because everyone likes listening to you talk.
Do they?
About anything. They go to you for anything. I do, at least. We're like talking about medical stuff. I'm like, saw this guy.
Oh, it was so cool.
You might have to explain exactly what was happening again, but his literal, I was watching him on his side like this, was going, he was breathing, but it was like, his whole
backwards.
lung was, yes, it was like his ribs were going with it. It was like collapsed lung. And I was like, oh gosh, Brooke would love this. And then I'm like, try not to watch it, but she was like, this is amazing. I'm geeking out.
It was a flail chest.
Flail chest.
Like, that's so interesting. Where your basically your chest wall separates from your ribs, so they're not like the ribs aren't coming out with the chest anymore, so it looks like you're breathing backwards.
It will look
and
painful.
Like it.
And she said
crazy.
it would be.
Oh yeah, 100%. But anyway, I love stuff like that.
Yeah. You think he spend enough time in the fridge?
Mm.
Because then once we put them in there, maybe we can put them in the fridge and let them
Like let them sit.
Or will the birds like, it'll peck their beak and then they're like, there's nothing coming out of here. Like,
moving on.
You're right.
I don't know.
I'm gonna check on it.
Do it.
Talk to them.
I'm thinking about doing like a whole nother corner of our YouTube, or I might maybe start my own YouTube and have it linked on here, but I'm working on getting my book talk up and running. I have a couple videos posted on that anyway, because that's just what I'm really into right now. But I thought I might have my own little book world corner, the Babbling Brooke Book Nook. And just like talk about books, book recommendations. I would be really interested in getting, because I already do some editing for some indie authors, but they're friends of mine, so I'm not profiting off of any of this. But I thought it would be really cool. Like I might try to get established with that. If people need beta readers, if people need editors that are helping with. Oh yeah. That is it supposed to be that?
They were gonna do 30 minutes of that, so probably
That's like
we could
solid
scoop it in
though.
this,
Oh.
and then it lets it sit in there maybe.
But anyway, if anybody knows anybody who's in need of that, I am already doing it and would like to offer my services. I have different things that I can do. I'm good with character development and like overall arcing of stories. So yes, that's something I'm considering doing. I would like to be able to make a living off of the things that I love to do, so that I don't feel like I'm just enduring my life. I would like to be living it. So this, I don't know how this is getting painted on here.
No, the spoon might be better. But you have to let it dry in there?
Because that's like,
We have to just let it sit
a little more instruction.
on there.
This is going to be boring for them because I'm super focused and not going to be talking
That's
at
okay.
all.
Oh yeah, like that, okay. Add gelatin and stir until completely dissolved. Stir until completely dissolved. Okay, I did that. Recipes are so funny with backstory. I don't need what
I
you
always
did.
hit jump straight to recipe.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
never
forget you
read
do
your blog about it. I don't care about what your kids did this week. I want to make cookies.
Yeah. Because if we hold these up, it's going to fall out. It's got to get
that's what I'm saying,
hard.
like, how did that?
Unless you just put them back in the fridge.
This is so much of this birdseed too. Like,
We could decorate other...
ah, gross. Touching it, I don't like it.
You don't like that texture?
Ooh, it's like Jello, but that's how I feel about Jello with fruit in it. The texture is weird. Fruit was not meant
To be a Jello.
to be in Jello. When that goes into my mouth, my tongue is immediately like, what has happened? And that's against nature. Get it out of there. Birdseed is not supposed to be gelatinous.
1 to 2 hours or until firm. So
In
they'll
the
go in the
fridge?
fridge after they're in the thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay,
that's
okay.
good. I didn't realize. I didn't get that far.
Well,
What's the point of this paintbrush?
that's what
I got it just in case, but I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Oh, did
but
it tell you to get paintbrush?
No, I just was like,
Oh.
we'll paint this on. You know what I mean?
That was your idea.
Yep.
I see.
Oh, I see. I like looking at birdseed. The different types. I was looking over at
Like
Walmart
roll cake
before you
or-
got back with me to see if we had any.
Oh, it's on my
And there was some that's like berries in there. Some has like hummingbird feeders. And she does like the mixture or whatever, and then sugar water if she runs out and she needs to get some. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. This is a lot for what we just did. Should we just make the other 2?
How many apples did it say to do?
It said it did 8 of these, so you could get 4 apples. So, I mean, but I think that's a lot too, because I got 4 apples, and I feel like that's going to be a lot. We are growing every week, slowly but surely, so we appreciate everybody supporting us and getting and watching us. I know sometimes it's probably not up everyone's alley, but I know our friends and family are supporting us, so it's really nice. Because sometimes you just get into a creative funk, because for a long time I just didn't think I was creative. And this has been really helpful because it's making me think about stuff to do. And anyway, it's all been a lie. We are creative beings. We are.
I mean, we're
meant to be doing
formed in the image of the creator, so
Correct.
therefore we would be creative. We're really trying to experience that sort of seasonal festivity, the magic that comes along with certain seasons.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, that knife is primed for my face right now. So we're trying to do activities like this. This is a very nice fall activity. It's really nice outside today. Kind of overcast, that typical fall weather, but it's cool. And I'm enjoying it. We're feeding the birds. So what do you guys like to do for fall activities? I know there's a lot of family activities that people do at certain times of year.
Our
Pumpkins,
local,
bonfires,
Ooh,
things
yeah.
like that. If anybody has any ideas or suggestions that you think we might enjoy and would be cool to do on camera, or if not even do on camera, but just enjoy. I just want to enjoy myself this year. Christmas, I just want it to be festive and feel the joy, you know? If you have suggestions or things that you're like, absolutely do not do that because it sucks, please let us know.
I do like my coffee, but I cannot get into the pumpkin spice situation. I just can't get into it. I'm about the pumpkin roll and a pumpkin pie.
You know what, though?
What is the deal?
As much as I like pumpkin, I don't really drink it either. I don't dislike it, but it's not my go-to order. I would rather have a chai. My mother is calling me. You're on speaker with Brooke and Sam. What are you doing?
I just wondered if you made dessert or something.
Not me.
We're feeding birds.
Making bird feeders on the back porch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
I gotta figure out what we're doing with the rest of the seed.
We'll just toss it out in the yard and let them eat it off the ground. If they eat it on the apple, they'll eat it off the ground. Anyway.
Because the gelatin, is that good for birds? Apparently.
I mean, they're gonna eat it.
No. Thanks for hanging out with us again, guys. It's so nice out here. I don't know if I was watching, I could hear the leaves falling behind me. It was so nice.
Yeah.
So I looked, and that's it. Abby said we weren't allowed to be outside anymore because we get distracted really easily. But I think we're really good because we're doing a task and we weren't distracted.
Yeah. We'll be, this is a down week for us because we're barely upright right now. So, it's, you're getting us fresh off our infirmary tour, basically.
Infirmary tour.
We'll have more that's what we get for trying to pretend like we're 20 again and going to shows that start at 9 p.m.
Classic Brooke and Sam mess around.
And sometimes Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all we have to offer you this time. Like and subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified for all of the things that we are putting out for you. Moving and grooving.
Bye, y'all.